How we doing tonight? There we go. We're about to open up God's Word, and we're about to let God's Word get into us, and I hope that there's some excitement about that. I want to preach to us tonight on the topic of what are we unashamed of? Obviously, I've got this shirt on that says Unashamed, and I don't know if you know this, but the reason why these shirts say Unashamed, and that's the theme of this Student Impact Week, is because of the verse in the Bible, Romans 1:16, that says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to all who believe, to the Jew first and also to the Greek."
It was there that I heard virtually the same message that Pastor Brian brought last night. I remember Romans 3:23. I remembered Romans 6:23. I remembered Romans 10:9 and 10. I remembered Ephesians 2:8 and 9. I remembered those scriptures, and when I went home, I knew that I was a sinner. I had fooled myself into thinking that I was a good person because I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do any drugs, but I was a liar, I was a cheater, I treated my parents terribly. I had a lust problem, I had a pornography problem, I had all kinds of problems, but because I wasn't like other kids I thought were bad, I thought I was a good person, I had fooled myself. When I went home, I laid on my bed and I begged God to forgive me of my sin. I begged him to come into my life and save me, and he did. And I'm only standing here tonight because of the power of the gospel.
And you might be sitting here tonight thinking, well, man, that's awesome. I believe that. I believe in Jesus for the forgiveness of my sins and that he died and rose again. And I see God's power at work to save and to change lives. But I'm wondering, what does that look like in my life? And you have led yourself to our question for tonight. It's how do we live unashamed? And students, there is one main point, there's one main idea for this evening that I want you all to walk away with, and that is we live unashamed by obeying Christ and his mission.
When we die, when we're willing to live unashamed, we'll submit because we go, God, you're in charge and I'm not, and I trust you. It's till you come under the authority of your king, then you're given everything you need, the power you need, and the insight that you need to resist the devil. The reason you're getting beat up by the devil every day, the reason you're getting beat up by temptation every day, is because you're unwilling to submit. You think you're in charge, and you think it's by your strength and by your power. It's by his strength and his power, and for his glory.